Welcome everybody to another evening as Two's Company, Three's a podcast, also known as 2C3 Pod. As always, my name is Dylan, along with my co-host
Mitchell, and you better gear the fuck up because we're asking the hard questions here. What is your most anticipated film or TV show for 2021?
That's right, leave your comments below, let's get it started. Yes, welcome into the second episode of Two's Company, Three's a podcast for this year. As we said, my name is Dylan and always with...
Oh, Mitchell.
Sorry,
that's right,
yes.
exactly, yeah. And you say the second episode, I love that, because technically it's episode, 138? I believe. 137, 138, something like that. Leave a comment below if you know, because we're fucked.
130 something, that's right.
It's season 2 of this brand new concept of ours where we are going to jump in and chat with you guys live here on twitch.tv/2C3pod live.
That's right.
And then release this episode for your listening pleasure across all platforms and devices, but we have a cliche slogan, of course. Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course, Patreon. YouTube and Patreon.
Yes, absolutely.
You asshole.
Yes, absolutely. You can find us on all of those platforms, but most importantly, if you are listening to this later on through those platforms, make sure you head to 2C3pod Live on Twitch, where you lovely ladies and gentlemen are right now and listening in. Thank you very much for that input. Now, question of the day is, what is your most anticipated film and or TV show, or I guess anything? We're up to suggestion.
Absolutely.
Premiering in 2021, because as we know, 2020 was a weird year. We don't have to go back through it. However, a lot of things will push back. Whether things will come out or not, who knows? But we've also got a good list of things that we know are coming out. So that's the question for today. So leave your comments in chat.
And that's the funny thing. A lot of the things that we know that are coming out in 2021 are reschedules because of how fucked last year was. So a lot of the things that we anticipate this year, we should have already been spoiled with, okay?
That's right. For sure.
Right off the bat, I'm just going to jump straight into it. My personally most anticipated film? Coming to theatres, at least Australian theatres, don't know about the rest of the world, but my personally favourite film that I'm most anticipating is... oh my god, I've already forgotten.
It's a great movie, ladies and gentlemen. Keep the
Spiral.
Oh, yes, of course. I was thinking about this yesterday because...
For obvious reasons.
Yes, absolutely. So,
I want to play a game. A very, very fucking up game.
You wipe your ass with that hand?
I do. I wipe my ass. Anyway, we won't go
Billy
through
wants to play a game. Anyway, it's funny you mentioned that because I was talking to my wife earlier about a film called Cube.
Yeah.
I talked about that film a little while ago.
Cube Squared, is it?
And then Cubed...
Legacy?
I was trying to think of something.
Triad?
I was trying to think of something cool and I couldn't.
Cube Roll of the Dice?
Cube Roll of the Darrens. Anyway, yes. So, welcome in, Carly. Hello, how's things going? Rose, welcome in as well. The King 14792.
Absolutely.
Welcome in everybody who's tuned in so far, and everybody else who hasn't said hello yet. We say hello to you as well.
But let us know what your favourite or most anticipated film or TV show coming out this year is.
That's right.
Please.
But yeah, back to Spiral. We talked. I mentioned. We were talking about something, and then. Well, I can't remember exactly what we were talking about, but then Taylor said, "Oh, why does everything have to be ripping off Saw?" And then I was like, "Well, Saw kind of ripped off Cube." And she's like, "Really?" I said, "Well, it came out earlier, so kind of, yeah."
What year did Cube come out?
97.
Okay, never mind.
And the story of Cube essentially is where strangers wake up in this futuristic box and they have to make their way through this cube maze, avoiding traps.
Yes.
Kind of Saw, but on a larger, more science fiction scale, essentially.
Yes. No.
But yeah, and then we came onto the topic of
Hypercube.
Cube
Hypercube.
It's like one of the shitty. Just watch Cube. There's three of them.
Cube Zero.
Yes, just watch. There's three of them. Just watch the one that's called Cube.
Yep,
that's all you need. The other ones are exactly the same, but somehow worse.
Yes. But why did you bring up Cube?
Because we're talking about Spiral and going back to that, how there's been so many Saw films, but I kind of forgot that was coming out. That was supposed to be out already, I believe. But Spiral just looks so fucking good.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that Chris Rock got behind this as well is the most, oh my God, kind of thing.
Yeah, Killtoy, welcome in, Killtoy. And Mitch's mummy, welcome in.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah. But, it's insane to me, the fact that something like that kind of just gets left by the wayside, and then Saw comes on, and then people say, "Oh, things rip off Saw and that," but everything has its predecessor.
Oh yeah, everything has its influence.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. That's right, and don't just span through horror and that. All of the regular films as well, action films and stuff like that. They all got inspired from somewhere,
That's right, yeah. And you can always see the inspirations sprinkled out through other films throughout history entirely. Yeah. And so Spiral is definitely one that I'm looking forward to. In terms of my own right now I get it. In terms of my own most anticipated thing this year, there's a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's some really good upcoming video games this year that I'm very much looking forward to. We'll get more into that later. But film, I can't even really say Justice League as much as I want to. Yeah. Because it's more of a TV show, because it's not really a standalone thing. It's a 4-part hour miniseries now. Yeah, but it is still an original thing as in it's... Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think you could say that.
But yeah, in terms of blockbuster movies that we may get theatrically, not entirely sure. I mean, Spiral is certainly a good one, but but then I'm always reminded of something else. I'm like, wait a minute, of course that's coming as well.
Well, I noticed here, Darcy wrote in the comments, No Time to Die, which is a big one. If you're a fan of James Bond, I mean, that's going to be one of the biggest ones in how long? And
that's one of the ones that I always think about. It's always James Bond, because I just kept hearing about it for so long, and it's implanted in my brain that it's coming eventually. And I'm a fan of the James Bond films. Not so much of the Daniel Craig era. I was always a huge fan of Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. And I found out yesterday, actually, it was Mama's birthday last week, went there for dinner on Sunday. Yeah. Turns out one of the names they had picked out for me before I was Dylan, I thought it was Reese, Angus, and Shannon. Turns out one of them was Pierce. Pierce Brocklesby. I would have been fuck
Brocklesby.
Yeah.
Pierce Brocklesby.
It's
got a certain suave swag to it. Yeah,
that's
I like
right.
that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
Also, awesome. I did just want to shout out quickly, Darcy. Why you got to do that, man? The season's over. Okay, stop it. Just leave it alone. I know Chicago dropped the ball, man. Get over it.
Oh, someone's a little butthurt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll just say, I know we're not a sporting podcast, and I know you won't understand any of this. Okay, but the Bears, I believe it was the
grizzly and gigantic and dangerous.
The 2017 draft, I believe it was. We drafted Mitch Trubisky with the number 2 pick. It's supposed to be our quarterback for the future.
Are you telling me or them?
I'm telling everybody. Okay. But yeah, he's been for us and that. But behind that in the draft was Deshaun Watson, but also
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on,
Deshaun Watson, and also the Super Bowl champion from last year and Super Bowl MVP and MVP Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes,
a franchise quarterback now, and we missed out on him. I get it. Okay, I get it. All right, but anyway, all right.
Everybody actually watches the Super Bowl, right? Only for well, I wouldn't say everybody, but
I was going to say
all of the nerds around the universe. Only watch the Super Bowl for the trailers and things that could possibly come out. And there was a lot of rumors about what trailers we could possibly expect. Yeah, and we didn't get lots of them. One of the big ones, which I saw floating around Twitter, that we didn't get, and who knows when we ever will, was Venom. Let There Be Carnage. People were expecting a trailer for that.
And nothing.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, right. When is that actually due to come out? Because that got pushed as well.
I don't know.
No, okay, right.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Yeah. But, so we'll see what happens there.
All right, so speaking of the Super Bowl ones, which one jumped out to you? Because there has been quite a few.
Yeah, and we do have an article list here in the notes, so we may as well just skip straight to that. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
There has been a few of them, and this article that I've got here is more about, we're the best and worst, but this is just the list I could see of the ones that happened.
Yes.
We've got a few here.
Venom Let There Be Carnage is due for 25th of June.
25th of June. See, that's the thing.
So it is coming. It is coming.
Well, that's another question of the day as well. Is there are movies that are coming out this year where we have not seen any trailers.
Yes.
So it's just are these happening, or are they going to be kind of like the God Particle? What was it? Cloverfield Paradox that we talked about last week, where last Super Bowl or the Super Bowl before, they released the trailer during the Super Bowl and said, well, guess what? Once this whole event is over, it'll be on Netflix ready for you to watch, and everyone's like, holy shit,
wow.
And then they watched it and everyone's like, well, we know why.
Exactly. So, you don't just give away instantly a big hit movie like that in with an hour's notice, unless
you're expecting it to be kind of crap.
But that is a really cool marketing tactic though, and I'm sure they got bonkers numbers for that first night. But maybe do it with something worth it. That's what I'm saying. In saying that, obviously they had the marketing budget to be able to fit in the actual Super Bowl, but this year we've had a few of them. Probably the biggest hitter I'd say out of the list is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is the latest Disney Plus. Of course, any kind of Disney Marvel property is going to be a big hitter.
The highlight, basically.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's right. No, I have been watching WandaVision, and it has been really good, and it has. one thing that
fucking vision.
For his fucking visions of milk or some shit. And the one thing I was expecting, that I didn't really expect, but I kind of knew what was going to happen, is the production value of Disney Plus, like Marvel shows.
Yeah.
Because the ones that happened on Netflix before, like Luke Cage and Iron Fist and them, they were okay, but like they weren't connected to the wider universe, and they just seemed very made for TV.
Yes.
And these ones, they've just pumped so much money into them where they actually feel like you're watching one of the movies just spread out over a few weeks. So I'm really looking forward to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but there's been a few of them. It's not just that. We've also got another film, which is a documentary called Life in a Day. Have you seen the trailer for that?
No, I haven't. That's another Disney Plus property as well?
No, it's from YouTube.
Oh, it's a YouTube property.
It's a Google and YouTube property.
Yeah, right.
But essentially what it is that it's produced by Ridley Scott as well. It's where they got like a bunch of people around the world to film what they did within one day.
Wow.
All over the planet.
Yeah.
And they basically combine that into like one film that's basically saying, well, here's all the good things that are happening throughout the entire planet.
Wow.
During the process of the year that was 2020.
That's
what's his name? George Floyd, all those things, the coronavirus, all the rioting, things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a film, like it says here, sequel of sorts to the original 2001 feature documentary, Day in the Life in a Day. So it's the same sort of thing, once again, but by Ridley Scott. And they've just got basically clips from people all over the world filmed doing whatever it is that they're doing, and they've crammed it into one movie. And I saw it, I was like, and then I watched it. I was like, that's not bad. So I'm intrigued.
No, absolutely. One that intrigued me, and it's only a little tiny teaser.
Well, they were all only like 30 seconds long. So.
No, that's right. Well, yeah, because it's so fucking expensive to get anything more than 30 seconds on a Super Bowl commercial. That's right,
for sure.
But the next M. Night Shyamalan film. Old, exactly.
Did you watch the trailer to that?
Yes.
Wild.
I know, exactly. This M. Night Shyamalan, over the years, has been so hit and miss. And so hit and miss.
I will give him all the credit in the world. Fair enough, there has been hit and misses, but like when you really think about it in the grand scheme of things, this dude reaches for the stars every time, so he should.
Yes.
Why would you go, you know what, I've got to, like, I don't want to call out anybody such as like Joe and Anthony Russo, where they can make the biggest blockbuster of 2019 with Endgame, and then just plod along with a few smaller films, which are all great, by the way, but M. Night Shyamalan is always reaching for the biggest possible thing every time. And fair enough, there's hits and misses there.
Yeah.
But fucking good on you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
He gets beaten down every time there is a bit of a failure. And he just comes back swinging every time. And this one, from the trailer, I'm getting Happening vibes, because it's telling a crazy, weird, out there fucking story that can only come from that dude's mind.
Of course.
But I'm super intrigued.
And dude, we all know that there's going to be, love it or hate it, there's going to be a monster twist.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I'm just hoping for what you had to say, Happening vibes, and I'm like, why you do that? Don't do that. I will go off about that for so long. But one thing, like you said, he comes at it every time, and he could have rested on his laurels from 1999.
He could have. That's right.
A very first big feature film. The Sixth Sense.
Yep.
I mean, he could have literally just taken that and he'd still be making money off that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
No, he loves the game. And that's the thing. And he keeps coming at it, and whether it's a hit or a miss, you know, like The Village, Signs. He even, like, you know, sold out and did The Last Airbender, you know, like things like that. And that was a train wreck of a film.
But he was reaching for the stars.
No, exactly.
Like, it was a massive property.
And how can you blame a dude for taking that big paycheck, you know? And then there's things like The Happening and that come and everyone goes, fuck you, man. And then he goes and attaches himself to a product like Devil. Do you remember Devil?
Yeah,
exactly. And that was okay.
That was produced, though. It wasn't directed or produced?
It was only produced, yes, 100%. But like he attached his name to that. But then also he comes back and decides, fuck it, I'm going to make a trilogy out of Unbreakable from back in the day. You know?
That's right.
Like, so he's clearly in it for the love of the game. So I'm always going to give him a chance.
Yeah, so Old is definitely an interesting one to look at. That's
absolutely.
Right. And what I was about to mention is, like, you know, speaking of The Happening and the film that it is and the concept.
Yes.
You know, I wonder if the concept itself would have been better well received if it wasn't Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You don't think so?
No, I'm sorry. That plot twist was just like, fuck you.
Because I look at it...
Mark was just hitting his strides as an A-lister kind of guy. So
because I look at it from the retrospective, like, I remember just Mark, like he's a hit and miss too. Like you, I don't know. Is he a good actor, or does he just do? I don't know. Is he just in things?
Yeah.
When was the last time you really saw him escape into a role?
Is he just a name?
When was the last time you see him do something Leonardo DiCaprio worthy?
Yeah. Oh no, he's not that caliber. And
No,
never
he's
has
like
been.
he's like The Rock in a way.
I feel like he's a case of when it came out with The Departed in I think 2006, and that was really like a moment like, damn, okay, dude has chops. But I also think the other 3 lead guys kind of were helping him out a lot.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, he comes out with The Happening by himself, and it's kind of like, meh.
And yes, it does come back to the director of what they want
What?
No.
Why? No.
Yeah. So obviously it definitely has a lot to do with the director and the direction of what the actors should do. But
Andy Samberg has a big hand in fucking him over.
Really?
Well, you've seen Mark Wahlberg talks to animals, right?
Yeah.
It's Andy Samberg just like fucking around going, hey, donkey, you're cool. I like you. What? Like, just doing that and just mocking him, and everyone's like, ha! It's exactly like him. What a joke.
And now, and it's ruined forever. That's right, yeah. In saying that, Andy Samberg, he's actually quite good in, like, everything, hey?
Oh, dude, he just got nominated for a Golden Globe.
Did he?
Yeah,
very
for
cool.
Palm Springs.
That was a great movie.
I still haven't watched it.
Oh,
it's on my list. No,
dude,
I really need to. Absolutely. Like, he's fantastic, man. And he deserved getting the Emmy for Jake Peralta, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like 7 years ago.
Unfortunately,
hasn't gotten one since, which is strange. It's weird. When you look at the Emmys, like the TV series, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, yes, it did get cancelled, then brought back, they cancelled, then brought back, but it's uber popular.
Yeah.
Ridiculously popular. It's a name brand now. It's going to run for at least another few years until they want to end it now.
Yeah.
He won the Emmy for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role in Comedy TV Series.
Right.
In the first season. But then hasn't won one since. It's kind of like they give them one and go, good job, this is going to be a show that lasts, but that'll do.
That'll do.
You know, like, it's kind of like that. I don't know. I don't understand that. But
I suppose
happened several times.
Maybe it's just hard to stand out in a show that has been running for so long. It'd be like, somebody giving Matt LeBlanc like an award for Joey in Friends season 20. Like fair enough. Like it's the same
that would
thing
be a pity award. They'd just be like, nah, we know you're a dumbass.
Dude, you're still doing this?
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. But the same thing happened with Third Rock from the Sun back in the day. John Lithgow and Kristen...
Kristen.
I forgot her name. Yeah. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. Anyway.
Yep.
They both won Emmys in the first couple of seasons and then didn't win another one, even though the show was just as popular, got more popular. Yeah. But anyway, it's strange. But what were we talking about that led to Andy Samberg and John Lithgow winning Emmys?
We were talking about the Super Bowl 2021 trailers.
M. Night Shyamalan.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yes, that's very cool. I'm very excited. Apparently has a July release date. So coming quick.
Very soon. Yes, for sure. The next one was, it was a Cadillac ad.
Oh.
But an interesting one because it was kind of like a soft reboot-esque play on Edward Scissorhands.
And it did have a name in it as well.
Well, Timothy Chalamet played Edward Scissorhands, but
Edgar Scissorhands. It was his son.
That's right, for sure. But Winona Ryder returned.
Yes, exactly.
Which was kind of cool. Yeah, so it was all about like a self-driving car or whatever. Yeah. Because he fucking can't.
Get there.
He has scissors for hands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how can he drive a car? It doesn't work.
And now his mum was just like, you know what? I'm going to buy this dumb cunt a Cadillac.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden he has a self-driving Cadillac and he still dresses like that. Come on, dude.
Edgar. What are you doing?
Edgar.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's fun. There's always those fun ones, and there was another, I'm sure, 30 or 40 of those that we could have gone through.
For sure.
Yeah, no, exactly. The next big Disney property as well, coming to theaters.
Raya?
Yeah,
Raya and the Last Dragon.
We had that issue during Trailer Park when we first reviewed this back in the day.
Yeah.
But this one's coming out next month.
Yeah.
Only a couple of weeks. So it's the next big Disney property. Look out for it in cinemas near you. But
it looks fun, but I probably will watch it on Disney Plus like in a year's time.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll take the kiddies to it, that kind of thing. But so is that your most anticipated film of 2021? Make sure to let us know below.
That's right.
As we had your lovely wife jumped in there, Lucifer Season 5 Part B.
That's right. A lot of people love that show.
What is up with that? Part B?
Well, I know.
What is that?
It's like most TV shows where they're like, okay, this is it. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, right.
So same sort of thing.
Okay, so do you know, did Lucifer Season 5 originally, did that end on a show ending note?
Taylor, let us know in the comments down below.
Exactly, because that's confusing, because if it is like you said, where they're like, oh, they want more, we'll make something up.
I think that's kind of what it was, at least from what I've read about it.
Did it end and everyone was like, no, that's not the ending I want. Why did I go British?
I don't know why you went British.
Yeah, because I've seen Lucifer and he's kind of like a pompous ass. He looks like he should be British.
Well, he is British.
That. Oh, he is?
Yes,
well, there you go. That's probably why I went British.
Yes.
There you go. The devil is British.
Sexy Brit. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wait. Yes, it did. When
they didn't end on a cliffhanger. Oh, well, that's no fun.
Yeah, okay, so it ended on a cliffhanger. Oh, so it ended on a cliffhanger. So it left questions. It didn't actually wrap up the show. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, like, they say they're going to end it, and then they just kind of don't.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just leave those breadcrumbs for that way for enough people to...
Do you remember back in the day when a show would end and that would be it?
No, that's never happened until, Friends legitimately ended when they put the keys on the table and they left and they never came back.
No, but that's what I mean. Even a sitcom knew how to end a show, you know? And then you've got shows that, like, I all watched at the same time, like Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, Dexter. They all ended with, like, we're done. And everyone was like, done. And then what happens? El Camino, Breaking Bad movie comes out just to wrap up one loose end. Sons of Anarchy
just can't leave shit alone.
No, but Sons of Anarchy, they've had a very successful follow-up show called The Mayans. You know?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Dexter is coming back this year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, as in, nothing ends anymore.
Yeah, speaking of nothing ending.
Fucking ends.
The next trailer is Fast and Furious 9.
Oh, my God, it needs to fucking end.
I know, right? I haven't seen past Tokyo Drift.
And I remember when this one first got delayed, we were talking about the fact that I think they've signed on and they've said, it's coming, the end is coming. Only 3 more movies. Literally, they said, we're done with this franchise. Fast and the Furious is wrapping up forever. After 3 more... really?
Yeah.
That's another 6 years.
Yeah.
6 fucking years, man.
Yeah.
And it's not going to end.
And I did watch the...
Shore as well.
Yeah. I did watch the trailer to this one, the new trailer, essentially the Super Bowl trailer.
Yeah.
It doesn't offer anything new. It's just all about, all of the characters you know and love are back for this fucking movie because paycheck and...
Exactly.
Except for The Rock, I think. But don't worry, John Cena's there instead because we've got at least one muscly actor who can barely act.
We've got to get a former wrestler in there somewhere.
That's right, and he plays Don,
Ain't
whatever his name is.
Captain Killtoy?
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, sure. I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you tell me not to, I'm going to. Simple as that. Yeah.
But yeah, so he plays his... I don't know. Fuck. Anyway, moving on. What do we got next? There's a really... Actually, you know what? It's an Uber Eats ad.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I love Wayne's World.
And you know what?
I love Wayne and Garth.
I love Wayne's World too, and I was having the same thought.
And I don't
so I watched it.
Huh?
It's great.
Okay,
it's genuinely good.
I was worried that it was just going to be like, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you selling out that hard? But really?
It's genuinely funny. Yeah, like I was expecting they've just set them down, they've put the wigs on them, and then they're just spewing some shit. But the trailer legitimately feels like it's been written by Mike Myers.
Yeah, okay, right.
And whoever plays Garth, I can never remember his name. I've only ever seen him in this thing. In Wayne's World characters, but like the actual trailer itself for Wayne's World and Cardi B's Shameless manipulation Uber Eats ad.
Yeah, see, I saw that and was like, oh no.
Well, remember Wayne's World 2, how they were all about trying not to sell out as best as they possibly could. This trailer's just like that, but condensed with Cardi B sitting to the side for some reason.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't listen to Cardi B's music, obviously. But obviously she's the hot property at the moment. And it seems like she is there just to be there, but the trailer also knows that as well. Yeah, and it plays on that a little bit.
Okay,
you know? They're like, we don't need like an A-list celebrity to tell you what to think. Do we, Cardi B? You know? And like,
okay.
Yeah, so
see, I'm okay with that.
I recommend watching it. It's only 30 seconds of your life you'll never get back, but it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that, man. I absolutely adore Wayne's World. I love those movies off by heart. Hey, random dad joke, just throwing it at you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Without geometry, life is pointless.
It certainly is. What about another dad joke on my end? I'm not laughing at that. I've heard that 1,000 times.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't. And my aunt's a maths teacher.
Oh, well, there you go. She obviously wasn't your maths teacher.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because she thought they had edges.
This is adding up well.
Oh, that was a good one. Yes,
I got it with the improv.
Alrighty. There's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator. Another maths question. But
question?
Yes. Well, statement. Whatever.
Okay, thank you.
But only a fraction of people will get this.
Nice. That's not bad. That's not bad. I wish Annie shall watch this. She would be popping so hard.
Well, we are on YouTube. You can certainly clip this and send it to your aunties.
That's exactly right. But thank you for the Disney Plus. Anywho, all right.
Anyway, that's it for that. But talking about things coming back.
Coming back?
Essentially, yeah. Let's go back to the first article we put in here now to segue into that, because this is going to be a talking topic for a good maybe 5 minutes.
That'll do.
Jared Leto.
Yes.
He's back as the Joker. Lego. Lebo.
Yes.
Yep.
Lebo.
Is that racist? The intent wasn't there. It is now. Anyway,
okay, yes.
So we've got our first look at Jared Leto's Joker for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So he's actually getting his chance to reprise his role that was kind of tanked in the first place. And I did watch an interview on YouTube of some random, film, TV, and gaming YouTuber on interviewing him, and he was
Don't know who you're talking about. There's only one.
There is only one sitting right there.
There can be only one.
Yes. Anyway, they interviewed Jared Leto, and they were asking him, like, what was your thought process around this? Because obviously we've had Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker since Suicide Squad, and he was pretty humble about his response to him, being like, you know what, I enjoyed the character. Obviously history is now set and I can't go back, but it's good to get the chance to do it a little differently this time around and return to the character and return to the characters like surrounding him. So if you've seen the image, if you've got the page loaded up
absolutely
there, it's kind of the same, but it also, my instant thought was like, okay, they're definitely designing this Joker retrospective of Todd Phillips, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
1,000%. I'm sorry, but the way that they originally portrayed this Joker, with the grills
and the tattoo, which he doesn't have anymore,
and the tattoos and all of that, and the short hair as well. Now all of a sudden we're getting a long-haired, very white-faced, very red-lipped,
very dark,
bland Joker. Like as in nothing that jumps out as like
eccentric.
You look at this and go, okay.
Potential.
Intrigued, but as far as I can see, if I'm not mistaken, it's only in some kind of like psychedelic, flashback kind of like dream sequence. Like it's not real.
I would assume that's all it is.
Yeah.
There's no way that he could play a bigger role in this film, which is apparently already shot.
Yes.
Exactly. So I'm assuming this is just going to be a segment that possibly where...
Just kind of like for a cheeky little pop. But the thing that I'm worried about is why do we get to see it now? That should be a nice surprise.
Oh, that would be it. Well, actually, the thing, I don't know, maybe nice surprise is a different word for it, because 90% of humans who watch Suicide Squad, like, really fucking hated that version of the Joker.
No.
So if he was just left in there, I think people's initial reactions might have been a bit off.
No.
So maybe that's why they're like, well, this is what we're going for. Let that sink in of what this film is going to be.
Yeah.
Because if there's rumors about the Joker coming back, that Joker was essentially created by David Ayer.
Yes.
With obviously Zack Snyder's producing Suicide Squad and things like that, but it was fundamentally David Ayer's creation.
Yes.
You know, so I think people with the idea that Joker returning to Justice League would be like, doesn't really fit the narrative.
Yeah.
But I think by doing this, by showing us a glimpse of what we've got to look forward to, it may just ease us into this a little bit better. But in saying that, you're right. It's probably going to be 5 minutes of discussion between him and Batman.
I don't even think it'll be 5 minutes, honestly. But that's why I really think, like, I understand your point that people were soured on that version of the Joker, but at the same time, people's minds have evolved now. I feel like it, as strange as that sounds, in the last few years, where some of those things that were hated in the moment now get a different form of appreciation, or a different,
and that happens with everything, doesn't it?
Exactly, that's right. So I feel like they should not have mentioned this at all, and it should have just been a nice quick snippet, and everyone would have gone, oh, and then gone, just gone, why? Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, and really was able to sink their teeth into the appreciation of what they were going for here.
Exactly, that's right. Imagine how hard Twitter would have exploded when they first release it, and then that happens, how many still shots people would be taking of the screen going, holy shit, he's fucking in it. Yeah. And it would have been more exciting for the people, you know what I mean?
We knew he was going to be in it.
There's definitely some people now that are looking at this probably 50-50 going, fuck that, why is he getting to go in there? Fuck that noise,
Jared Leto inherently is a great actor. He's a great character actor. He's done a lot of good things.
Oh, okay. He's one of those odd celebrities that I fucking hate, but I don't have a reason.
Do you like 30 Seconds to Mars? They're a great band.
I love them.
So what's your problem?
I love his acting.
Yeah.
He has won an Oscar.
Yep.
He has won Grammys.
Yep. And you haven't even seen Suicide Squad, have you?
Save some talent for somebody else, you fucking selfish prick.
Oh, so it's jealousy here.
It's essentially the green-eyed monster.
Hold on a minute.
I'm sorry.
There's billions of actors.
Pick a talent. Pick a talent. You don't get to be a Grammy Award-winning, stadium touring musician and then go off and win an Oscar with Matthew McConaughey.
So Harry Styles is also a prick?
Oh, he hasn't won an Oscar.
Yeah, but he's done acting.
Yeah, he did an acting.
Yeah, but wasn't it good though?
Yeah, but... Okay.
Listen to this guy.
I'm sorry, but also, Justin Timberlake, shove it up your ass.
He's a good actor as well.
He's fantastic. And his music is not bad.
These are just these people that obviously had the chance to dip their toes in a lot of things and be good at everything. Unfortunately for us,
I know,
we are the bottom rung version of society where we're only kind of half decent at everything we try.
Half? Man, I'm pushing 15%.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got nothing to give.
Yeah, who knows? The audio of this podcast is probably crackling like crazy. We don't even know.
Exactly,
That's
right.
The 15%.
That's the 15%, absolutely. But no, I have nothing against him, but I hate him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen... I was thinking about this earlier.
He's obviously had some duds, but everybody has.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Exactly, that's right. Yeah.
Have you seen Suicide
Good
Squad,
job
though?
sticking to directing M. Night Shyamalan and
Yes.
not all of a sudden becoming an NFL punter.
Yes,
You know,
of
like,
course.
fuck it.
Yeah, anyway, that's probably his like side job. Like,
exactly.
if filmmaking didn't work
He's
out...
probably a fucking master chef or some shit.
Yeah.
God damn it, with his multi-talents.
Have you seen Suicide Squad, though?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you did watch
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yeah,
well, when you say of course, it's like, it's a DC film. So,
No, but I saw that before I was into yelling into a microphone about things being shit,
for
you know?
sure, yeah,
If that
okay.
came out now, I'd be like, meh. I don't have time.
Yeah,
but
that's right,
Back when
yeah.
it came out in 2016, I think.
Yes,
2016,
correct.
something like that. I saw it and was like, nah, it's something.
yeah, and like,
Yeah.
I watched it.
I'm sorry,
I enjoy it for what it is. And obviously, that version of the Joker, it's like, I'm not as attached to the Joker as a lot of other people are.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's a crap version.
No, I'm sorry, but as soon as he came on the screen and went, the fact that he even said in interviews leading up to the film coming out and said, I walked around New York and did random laughs to try and get reactions off people, and whichever one was the creepiest.
Of course, people are going to fucking get a reaction. You're yelling at people in the street.
No, but he said, and I picked the one.
See? Yeah. That's how easy it is. I could do that job.
No, but he wanted to get the most terrified reaction, and he said, shut up.
Sorry, I tried to surprise you.
No, I'm so sorry to your ears if you're listening at home. No, but he said he picked the one that got the most terrified reaction, and I'm like, that's the one?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Like, as in he couldn't come up with like a... See? That's a good reaction,
It's a
though.
reaction.
Like, imagine if Joker walks in and he's like, Harley... like, see?
Yeah.
The audience would be like, what am I watching? Like, they'd be
They
so
would have enjoyed
confused.
themselves more.
They'd
Yeah,
be so
for sure.
confused, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Kilto, I agree.
Yeah.
Even just to be at half would be fucking lovely.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Anyway, next on the list is more about Disney, I suppose.
Yes,
I mean, there was
yes.
one article there which was more filler, but I think we've filled out plenty of time. We're like 30 minutes in, so we're doing all right.
Yeah.
There was one little article which I just closed down about some 20-year-old YouTube prankster who got shot.
Before we jump into that incredible groundbreaking news,
Yes.
Have you seen Mr. Nobody? Because
Maybe.
Danger Man has jumped in there and said that he used the exact same laugh in a previous movie 10 years earlier.
Sneaky
Yeah,
devil.
exactly. So he's trying to be all original and like creative and stuff, and he's probably gone out on the streets and gone, people recognize me. What's a laugh I know?
That'll do.
He's freaked out. All right, go.
Yeah. He probably
Back
just
to my
made shit up.
pad to polish my Oscar.
Yeah, that's right. And after that, and everyone went, what a wank. He's just gone, no, I didn't do that. It was, I just
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
say that,
He's probably just trying to sound as artsy as the last guy who did it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They went super method and it kind of, and then we know what happened. So,
Super meth head?
yes.
Oh, jury's out.
That's right.
Anyway, what were you saying about the most groundbreaking news of the week?
Oh, yeah. Some kid got shot while trying to film a YouTube prank. And I closed the article now, but essentially just don't do that shit.
Okay, so I've
Set
got the
up
article.
pranks amongst your friends, like Jackass, for example, and you can make a killing out of it.
Oh, you know what?
But if you do it to Americans where they have guns...
Okay, well, that's the key point out of here, okay? So
Yeah.
we set up a fake robbery, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, if you're going to be a YouTube prankster, let's not fake illegal activities, okay?
Yeah, because you're not faking them, are you?
No, that's exactly right. You know, like, even if you are in it with the store owner and being like, oh, we're going to run out with this MacBook, and they're like, yeah, good times, it's fun. Joe Blow does not know that.
No,
And you're
that will call the
you're
cops.
running away
Yeah.
and stealing from that business. Probably a small business, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also, let's not set up a fake robbery in the heart of fucking gun country in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, but they are very, very proud of their right to have bare arms on their wall.
That's, of course,
Their
yeah.
right to bear,
Yes.
right to bear arms. So it's probably not the smartest thing to do, because at the end of the day, if that was a real robbery and somebody shot him as a bystander stopping a robbery, they're not going to go to jail for murder.
No,
they're probably going to go to jail for maybe manslaughter at most.
According
but they're
to
preventing
this,
a felony.
Yeah, but according to this, there is no charge filed against him because the jury is the argument to this is like it was defense. It was in protection of whatever these kids were trying to fake steal.
See, that's the thing I haven't seen in here. Was it the shop owner that did this?
I didn't read that far into it, honestly. I saw the thing. I was like, you know what? This is enough to speak up against those people who are doing this kind of dumb shit. And if you are listening to this and you have an idea, we should do a prank YouTube video, just fucking don't.
Oh my God.
They're real dumb. They're just watch us instead.
Okay, no.
Start a podcast about that.
No, but absolutely no fucking sympathy here, okay? So Wilkes was the main offender who got shot, and him and a group of friends brandished
butcher knives.
And one of the victims, so they stole off people, probably a shop owner, and that shop owner pulled out a gun and shot him. What the fuck do you expect? I'm sorry, you're coming in with a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
Pretending to steal, and they shot you in defense.
Yeah, you live in a country where people can openly carry licensed firearms.
Exactly. If we did that in Australia, they'd be like, "Oh, come on, you fucking cunt! Yeah, serious? Fucking Dale." 000, mate. Come on.
If you went in robbing...
Is it a fucking Commodore, of course?
If you went robbing a pub or something with a gun, you would be smacked with a pub chair, and that would do more damage than what you could do with a gun. Do you remember the video from years ago from the Bull and Bush at Medowie?
Yes.
Where somebody came in, whether they had a gun, and I'm not sure.
Of course.
But the patrons were just sitting there, and they're like... They just stood up, one of them picked up the chair and just threw it at him and chased him out of the pub. It's like, that's what happens in Australia.
No, but...
In America, you get shot.
Exactly, that's right. And it was actually on today's Newcastle Herald. I went into the servo, and today's Newcastle Herald with a headline from a case from 3 years ago, and it was a pub in Aberdeen, I think it was. And they came in with knives and stuff, and they got away with the money, but they finally caught the people. But they got away because we don't have guns. You know, like...
Yeah, that's right. They could have been shot.
This is essentially exactly what happened. And what happened? They got shot. But you should know that.
Yeah,
it's simple. I'm sorry. If you can walk into Walmart, which is essentially a Kmart or a Big W for us, if you can walk into a Walmart and buy a fucking gun, that's probably not a safe place to be robbing things.
No.
It's simple as that. If you have the access to buy a gun like you can buy a Blu-ray, fucking don't rob shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, unless you go in with a bigger gun, but you've still got the chance to get shot.
Exactly, that's right. Fuck's sake, yeah. So anyway, if you do, and you're doing this, the worst part of it all is you're doing it for views.
For the likes, bruh.
Dylan,
for the likes.
We need to start fake robbing things.
I know, because in Australia, we just get chased by bar stools.
Exactly, that's right. I mean, I might be able to take a stool, you know, maybe our leg, you know, but I'm sure we can keep running.
I'll take the coasters and I'll pocket the glass. That's all I'll do. Yeah,
that's right, the headmaster. That's right. Every fucking motherfucker's got a headmaster schooner glass.
Schooner glass, yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. But
most of the time, it's because you've walked out and you forgot that you're still holding it.
Exactly, that's right. And, oh man, some of the best ones are when you walk out and you're talking to the bouncer while you're holding it and just keep walking and they don't realise that you're leaving the premises with a glass because you can't leave with any glass.
That's right, for sure.
That's fucking great, yeah.
Anyway, more good news. Disney is closing the Ice Age production company Blue Sky Studios for whatever reason.
More good news?
Yeah.
What's good about this, Dylan?
Not good at all.
No.
So no more Ice Age films, I guess. Didn't they end up sucking in the end?
Well, of course, but they made money, you know. We gave Ray Romano something to do.
Oh, yeah, for
Simple
sure.
as that.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But I feel like, though, that, yes, they may be closing, but this doesn't mean the end of the franchise. Because Blue Sky is a part of 20th Century Fox, which has been purchased by Disney, so obviously Disney has absorbed all this shit. Whether I think they have laid off the employees, which fucking sucks. Yeah. But at the same time, they've got their mecca of a machine behind it, and they own the rights to Ice Age, you know? So, yeah. So, but Ice Age, I will just say, Ice Age and that Blue Sky Productions with, I think his name's Skit, the little Scrat, thank you. Yeah, with him coming on the screen and fucking around with the acorn in the Blue Sky Productions. That's the original Illumination.
Is it?
Well, no, but you know what I mean?
Right, I was going to say, now, different company, but
after Despicable Me, all of a sudden Illumination had a minion in every fucking thing that they put up with Illumination.
It was Scrat originally.
Blue Sky Productions, I believe the first Ice Age was 99 or something like that.
Wow, yeah, it would have been quite a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, at least 10 years before the first Despicable Me, and then every Blue Sky one after that had Scrat. Yeah. You know, so, I mean, I think that gave inspiration towards Illumination, you know, with the minions. You know, although you could go further and say Pixar with the light
The light bulb. The light jumping around.
But that wasn't a property that they created and then added, you know?
That's right.
Pixar's light thing was just their own thing.
That's right. Yeah, and that's the thing. I haven't watched any Ice Age movies in a long time because a lot like Shrek, number 1 and 2 were great. After that, they were like, this shit makes bank, and they just kept making them and making them and making them. And I haven't had any children in that time where I've needed to see those films.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So I haven't caught up, but I do like the idea that Scrat and his acorn is like responsible for like a lot of the Ice Age like effects that happen to the planet.
Well, that's how the very first one started, wasn't it? He was fucking around with an acorn.
Trying to dig it out or something.
Trying to dig it out or like push it through a crack or something, and it just went, and he's like, and started a whole fucking thing.
Classic,
and then he
love
fucked everything else. Yeah,
it's
that
great.
Little cunt.
Yeah, that little cunt.
I'm glad he's fucking gone.
Oh, Scrat. We love Scrat.
I mean, we won't ever see him in a Blue Sky production label banner again. You know,
so we'll see what happens.
We might see him in an Ice Age, but not a Blue Sky production banner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got 2 more topics that I do want to bring up quickly before we get on to Oscars.
Is Scrat your next tattoo, Dylan?
On the other calf, absolutely not.
Oh, really? Come on. I mean, come on. You got Clark Kent, Scrat.
Yeah,
Clark Kent, Scrat.
Peas in a pod.
Yeah, why not? Exactly. No. I mean, they're both superhuman.
They are, of course.
They can both cause the world to fucking die.
That's right. Yes, that's correct. Of course.
So maybe Scrat's more important. You know, like Superman has these given abilities. Scrat's innocent, man.
Yeah.
Scrat's got no superhuman abilities, but he can still cause the world to die.
Yeah.
He's more powerful than Superman.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
That's the ultimate. Scrat is the ultimate cinematic villain.
Throwing it out there. I've never gone to a gun range before, so I decided to give it a shot. Because I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and want to die.
Yeah, that's right. How can you tell if an ant is a boy or a girl?
Check his genitals. Genitals? Is that it? Check his
no,
genitals?
but it's a great attempt.
Oh, well,
it's absolutely not that at all.
Check his genitals.
No.
Genitals.
They're all girls. Otherwise, they'd be uncles.
See, that'd be funnier if we were in America and we say aunt, they say aunt.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
of course. So if you read this in American accent, how can you tell if an ant is a boy or a girl?
How?
They're all girls. Otherwise, they'd be uncles.
Oh, damn. I still think you should check his genitals.
Yes, for sure. We'll stick with that one. Anyway,
okay. All right.
Thank you, Danger Man, for the flawless American accent. Yeah, I didn't really sort of prepare for that one.
Preparation was a max.
That's right. Next one on the list is more for myself and probably Killtoy to talk about in chat. Resident Evil movie reboot will premiere on Labor Day weekend. When is that?
I believe Labor Day over there is
May. Let's have a quick scroll.
Labor Day America. I know it's it's not October over here.
This article is written for those who know when Labor Day is.
Labor Day America.
Anyway.
What did I say? May?
Yes.
I think I said May. Monday, the 6th of September.
Okay, we've got a while to go yet.
So anyway, September. First week of September. What's up?
Yes, I talked about this on my stream most recently because yesterday I was streaming a playthrough of Resident Evil 2 Remake again. God, I love that game. God damn it, it's terrifying.
Yeah, Danger
American
Man.
describing release dates as Labor Day and fall. Ugh. Yeah,
yes,
fall. Yeah, because leaves fall. It took me years to realise that, and someone explained it. I was like, seriously? Is that what it means?
They can't just say autumn?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. What is summer? Like hot? Like, and then you got cold. You got hot, cold, meh, and fall. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, exactly. So creative.
Anyway, speaking of creativity, the next Resident Evil film, which is being produced by Constantine Films, just like the last Resident Evil franchise, which I will complain about until the end of time, but it's not being written or directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. Thank fuck.
No, that's so good.
Yeah, it's great, because apparently that Monster Hunter movie that came out, it's exactly the same.
The Worldwide Phenomena?
The Worldwide Phenomena, that's right.
I still remember watching that trailer for Trailer Park, and it said, based on the Worldwide Phenomena, and I'm like, I haven't fucking heard of this. What?
Fair enough, it's a popular video game, but like because it's done by him, everyone's like, no, we're done. We're done with you, man. We're done. Just do something else.
And I know you like her, but Mila Jovovich?
No.
I mean, not doing this.
Was it the Fifth Element?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Resident Evil 1 and 2. She was great.
Yeah. Monster Hunter ain't joining that list.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Mila Jovovich is fine in a few things.
Yes, yeah.
But she's not great in most. Like,
No.
she fits the bill, whatever.
Yeah, no. But isn't she married to Paul W.S. Anderson?
Yeah, that's why she keeps getting work.
Exactly. For shame. I've never heard of a Hollywood couple doing that. For shame.
Anyway, listen, she's fine.
Pioneers.
She's fine. He sucks. Although he did the Mortal Kombat film, and that was great, like back in the day. We'll get onto that in a moment. But yeah, so the reboot essentially is a complete standalone film, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Robbie Amell as one of the lead characters, Chris Redfield.
Nice. Yep.
And he's kind of young, fit, and slender, which is awesome. It's got like an A-list cast of characters from the Resident Evil franchise. And the film, you know what makes me really excited about this?
What's that?
Is that it's essentially an adaptation of the first and second Resident Evil game set in 1998.
Nice.
Which is what we've all been waiting for, and which what we all hoped the first films were going to be.
Yeah,
So someone has gone, you know what? This is what they want. This is what the Resident Evil fans want. They want a movie based on those events, with obviously some differences here and there.
No, of course, but trying to stay true.
Trying to stay true to the story of the franchise as a whole. It's not like Warcraft, where you could create a completely standalone story set in this wider universe. It's Resident Evil. Shit goes wrong in Raccoon City in 1998.
Yeah.
Tell that story.
Yeah. Simple as that.
But the last film series just whatever. It was kind of did it, but then it went whatever.
No, so kind of what Tony Giglio did for Doom. You know,
in a sense,
yeah, exactly. Like, as in, just tried to be as true as he could to those original story.
That's right. Except in this case, it's a massive blockbuster film.
Exactly. Like, as in what that could have been, what Giglio should have been given.
That's right. Yeah. But yeah, in a sense, I'm very much looking forward to this. We've got we've got what's her name, Teresa from Kaya Scodelario. She played Teresa in Maze Runner. The one female. She's playing popular Resident Evil character Claire Redfield.
Okay,
who's the brother of Robbie Amell's character in this, Chris Redfield. We've got Albert Wesker. We've got Leon Kennedy. We've got all and William Birkin is the interesting one because he's one of Birkin. He's one of the main villains from the Resident Evil franchise who turns into this gigantic, grotesque monster with a big eyeball on his shoulder.
Oh, lovely!
And if this film is anything like the first Resident Evil games, it's going to be something that's right up your alley.
Okay, right.
Yeah, because I know you're not much of those, like a fan of those games, but those stories will be things that you're interested in, like George A. Romero movies.
Yes.
Except more science fiction based rather than just like zombies out of the ground. It's there's a virus.
But I'm fine with that, and I'm happy to always give a movie like that a chance. I just don't go into it for the history behind it.
That's right.
I'm going into it as that film looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I'm sure there's a lot of Resident Evil fans going, "You fucking asshole!"
Yeah,
it's got so much history. I don't care. The film looks cool.
Yeah,
that's what I am.
Yeah,
I'm your general audience.
Yeah, that's right, and that's what's good about talking to you about these sort of things. But someone like me, who's a huge fan, can be like, blur.
You can analyze it and say it's great that they're doing this character, and all of this kind of stuff, and I'm just like, sounds bloody.
Yeah, essentially, to sum it up with the first and second story, the first story of Resident Evil, a team gets dropped off in the bush, essentially, and they're looking for somebody. They stumble across a mansion in the middle of nowhere, and they get trapped in there, and they have to basically figure out, what the hell is this place?
Yeah.
They could make an entire film set
Is that where they make the umbrellas?
Yes, that's exactly. Yeah, once they find the secret passageway.
They didn't open them indoors. Oh, no, that's not good luck. No, not good luck at all. Exactly. It's going to set them on the wrong foot straight. Right, exactly.
Anyway, the game itself was set entirely within a mansion. And you just had to figure out how to get through the mansion.
Yeah, survive.
And basically, they could make the entire film based around that, but what we do know from set photos is that they're possibly linking it into the events of Resident Evil 2 as well.
Okay.
The opening of that game essentially is you're Leon Kennedy. It's your first day on the job. You turn up to Raccoon City because you've been told not to go there
as a police officer.
As a police officer, first day on the force. He gets there. Place is wrecked.
Yeah, right.
He's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh, right.
And then it tells the story of a rookie cop surviving the events of that. So I'm guessing they're going to intertwine these characters.
Almost apocalyptic? Or?
Oh, yeah. Well, set within the realm of Raccoon City.
Yeah.
It hasn't got apocalyptic yet.
Yeah.
And that's what I want this movie to be. A small movie set around the story of this city. I don't care about the whole world going into global catastrophe because we've seen that a billion times before.
God, yes.
And that's one thing about Suicide Squad I didn't like.
Yeah.
It's a world-ending event. Just keep it small.
Yeah.
Just keep it tight.
Yeah.
Keep it reined in. I just want to see this film take elements from those two games and set it within one mansion, if they can, at least the city, and I will be chuffed.
Yeah. No, exactly. Keep it basic.
That's me.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts down below? Give us a link.
No,
Yeah, for
absolutely.
Sure.
I'm all about that. Can I quickly sidebar and just say Robbie ML?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he on our hit list?
Upload?
He has to be on our hit list.
Yeah, I think he's fantastic.
No, yeah, because...
Babysitter.
Yeah, exactly. Babysitter, Quilla Queen. The
yes.
Duff as well. But
Yes,
like, in the last 5 years, he's exploding and he's getting bigger. And I dare say he's going to be way bigger than Steven.
Well, I was thinking
like
about that.
Steven's got that big permanent property behind him. But
Arrow.
That's it.
And that's I think about
Robbie's
them.
doing well across the board.
I think about them two as actors and as brothers, and I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation in a previous episode.
More
Go check out the archives.
Please do find that conversation. I dare you.
Yeah, that's right. Go sifting through that haystack.
Exactly.
I have seen a few things with Robbie and Mel, but I haven't watched much of Arrow because it was very like, oh, this is definitely made for TV. It's not my cup of tea.
No, exactly. And it's very niche as
It is very niche, yeah, which is usually up my alley, but unfortunately not.
Exactly.
But then I've seen many different styles of films with Robbie and Mel. And fair enough, he might be the younger, more attractive, more straight-eyed kind of actor, but they both produced a film together. What was it called? Code 8 or something like that? It was a science fiction film where everybody has some level of superhuman ability.
Oh, right. Was that them?
I reviewed it on this podcast.
Code 8. Yeah.
Code 8, yeah. And they both produced it together.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I am liking the trajectory that Robbie Amell is on because he could have been left in the dust by his brother who got the bigger role at the time.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're both on their own paths.
No, exactly. Like, you're completely spot on there because Steven got that hit role, the set for life role, you know,
pretty much.
Going to run for 10 years, TV show with a name, a worldwide broadcast, you know, he's set. Yeah. But also, you're pigeonholed then. But Robbie, he's taken the simple route, just going little gig, little gig, little gig, slightly bigger gig, you know, like
people recognize you.
A few episodes in a show here, and then like all of a sudden he's a name, and yeah, exactly like you said, Netflix property, babysitter, killer queen, and that, and there he is, smack bang in the middle of the poster, you know, like.
And did you end up watching Upload?
No, I haven't yet.
Dude, it's great.
Yeah, but...
And Taylor and I are really stinging for a season 2 because they left it on a perfect cliffhanger.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, no, I definitely have to check that one out because that was also Greg Daniels from, like, creator of The Office, you know? So,
that's right.
No, I'll definitely have to check that one out. That's an Amazon exclusive?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
Yeah,
lovely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
if you haven't got Amazon yet, what are you doing?
Exactly, that's right. But yeah, no, Robbie and Mel, I love him and I think he's the world's his oyster at this stage, like pick and rolls and stuff.
That's right. And when they're telling the story of this Resident Evil film set in the 90s around the opening events of the Resident Evil franchise, I think he's the perfect casting because in the later games, Chris Redfield, the character, became this hulking Schwarzenegger-like superhuman strength kind of guy.
Yeah, right.
But in the first ones, he was just kind of a regular cop.
Yeah.
Essentially. And you put the animated character next to Robbie Amell, perfect casting.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be that charming, sexy kind of, you know, he's going to be good at his job, but he's also kind of the doofus, I think. And I'm looking forward to that portrayal.
Yeah.
Killtoy agrees with me with the whole Resident Evil thing, which is great because he's a fan of Resident Evil as well.
Perfect.
And Danger Man thought you boys were saying Rob Lowe.
Can I add Rob Lowe to the hit list?
Yes.
I feel like he's an up-and-comer. He's pushing 60. I think he's got his prime.
He's got potential. Yeah.
I thought when Wayne's World 2, when he was the bad guy in that one, I mean, wait, was it 1 or 2? It was 1, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 1. My apologies. Yeah. Wayne's World, when he was the villain, he played that well. And I think that was just the kickstart to his career that he did.
Rob Lowe is great, by the way.
Oh, he's fantastic, exactly. Yeah. But he got like almost blacklisted for a few years. And Wayne's World was like the catalyst for him coming back.
I heard about all that on the Joe Rogan podcast where he just kind of laid it all out, like his career and that.
He
what was it? Was it the Golden Globes or the Emmys or one sort of award ceremony which he did, which basically killed it forever? Like, I watched it. I was like, oh, this is really fucking cringe.
Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, no, and it's just funny that Wayne's World was like him kind of stepping back into it a little bit, and then trajectory took off again.
That's right. Yeah, Killtoy, you are correct in saying that Chris Redfield was in Special Forces. He was in Stars, of course, but in Resident Evil 1 as opposed to 5, he's just more of a normal dude who's good at his job rather than just this dude who can punch boulders, you know. Anyway, while we've still got time in the podcast, where are we sitting at? What does it say? 53 minutes. We've got a little bit of time to get through.
Absolutely.
Did you want to go through the 2021 Oscars shortlist final predictions?
Absolutely. Let me pull up that link. But
yeah, anyway, what this basically is it's from Variety.com, and they've got a list of the categories for the 2021 Oscars, and they've got a list of like films that have been like nominated or final predictions of what could potentially win those particular categories, and I thought it'd be a good idea to go through what this category is, what the films are, and what you think, and what the audience thinks would possibly win that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, I know that in your personal opinion, these awards don't mean much.
I don't give a flying fuck, but it's interesting to talk about.
No, exactly. I'm more interested in like statistics of awards, like who's won the most and how many times can repeat winners and things like that.
If anybody wants to play at home, I just have dropped the link in the Twitch chat, so definitely follow that article, and that way we won't have to list off every single one if we don't have to.
Well, I'm not gonna run through the who they think's going to be in the category for makeup and hairstyling.
Yeah, but I will say, out of the movies that I have seen, the only one I have seen out of that entire list
is Bill.
Well, Bill and Ted and Wonder Woman, but in terms of the other films like Mank, for example, I'm pretty sure that's where Gary Oldman sinks into another role, covered in prosthesis and things like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that black and white film
that hasn't come out yet. Yeah, that was the David Fincher's next film.
Yeah,
which I'm very, very keen for. Yeah,
so
absolutely. But best visual effects. I mean, you've got the usual things in there. Like I'd love to see the Invisible Man win that one. You know, but outside of that, I mean, best visual effects. How can you give it to Mulan? I mean, the whole thing is visual effects and it's animation. I mean, where's the line there?
Okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah. What? I know, the dragon was animated really well. It was all handcrafted. You know, it was perfect. You know, with the character of Mushu.
I'm not taking the piss.
Oh, well, it's not, because it's live action. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, it is too.
Yeah, I thought you were genuinely taking the piss. Like saying, there's only one Mulan.
Mulan was dead to me when they moved it to Disney+.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, oh my god, I completely forgot that movie was live action. Yeah. I was genuinely like, what the fuck? Yeah, right. But then
why would they put like a 1997 film in the 2021 Oscars?
Isn't this interesting? Sonic the Hedgehog is in that list.
I know, and
I'm best visual effects.
I don't think it will win it.
No, but
it's cool.
It's so strange.
Yeah,
you know, like
you never see like big like Marvel films and things like that, or like comic book properties or video game properties in these lists.
No.
Sonic is inherently a video game movie.
I was more leaning towards because of the dramas they had with the visual effects.
The visual effects, yes, of course. The visual effects,
no,
yes,
exactly. Yeah, so that's why it's intriguing to me is the fact that they fucked up that bad. We all know what happened with the Sonic story, and now potentially. This isn't a guarantee, but
$5 million is going to be worth that Oscar if they win it.
Exactly, of course. If they win an Oscar out of it, it's already guaranteed a sequel. You know, like it's intriguing, that's for sure. But
looking at a few of the others on the list, Invisible Man, it was good, but it was just a dude in a green suit.
Essentially.
Yeah, it was done well, but like
it was done very, very
it's
well.
Not Tenet in terms of everything was filmed backwards and it was somehow pieced together really well.
But think about that though. You've got the big blockbuster Tenet, like the Christopher Nolan film, against
Lee
Winnell's little Universal monster film.
I'm not saying
that's dope.
I'm not taking anything away from Lee Winnell. I think his movie is fantastic, and I love that movie.
It's not winning against that.
I love Invisible Man tenfold in comparison to Tenet. Like, absolutely, hands down. If I had the option to watch Tenet or The Invisible Man for the rest of my life, and they were my only options, Invisible Man, absolutely.
Oh, 100%, absolutely. Yeah. But that's definitely a very, that's
Wonder
kind of
Woman,
our thing.
No, it was very stock standard for what you would expect, so it didn't do anything visually groundbreaking, especially towards the end where there was a CGI fight against a CGI cat in the dark, so they knew it was going to look like shit, so it was just like, here's 5 minutes of what you expect and get it out of the way. So that has to go to either Sonic or Tenet or possibly Mank. Hopefully The Invisible Man.
Of course, but I very much doubt it. But if Invisible Man gets nominated, think about that. Invisible Man nominated for an Academy Award.
Like,
what?
For sure.
What? Like, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah. The next one for original score. Have you seen any of these films apart from, obviously, The Invisible Man?
I scrolled
and
down.
Tenet? Oh, you kept going?
Yeah.
I do want to give a shout out
Absolutely, go for it.
Soul.
Disney
Pixar Soul.
Still haven't seen it. Yeah.
The Trent Reznor.
Oh, Nine Inch Nails, my man.
The good thing about Disney Plus is that they also have extras.
Yeah.
And they were like, like it's usual to get, like the usual cast and crew of like these sort of films to produce the music, like your Danny Elfmans and things like that. But the movie, essentially, spoiler alert, is about pre and post life.
Yeah.
They needed someone who had experience making really ethereal kind of sounds without going too deep and too kid-like, and just to work that balance really well. John Batiste is a fantastic like jazz musician. He's like
Dave Bautista.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But John Batiste specifically. But Trent Reznor was a part of that. And when he showed me the credits, I was like, holy shit, that makes so much sense now I've seen this movie.
Yeah, right.
But overall, the score is amazing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's also a possible Trolls World Tour in there. Yeah, just sing.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen it, but I get it. Those movies are probably,
No, exactly. Documentaries I haven't watched much this year. International feature. This one's a little bit different than last year because there isn't one that jumps out. You know?
Okay, international feature.
Well, last year there was Parasite, of course.
Well, yeah, and that won it, didn't it? That was like won all the final awards.
That won Best Foreign and Best Film, full stop, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, but there isn't one this year that has, like, obviously a little bit harder to get the releases and stuff like that, given the situation of the last year. So, yeah, but there is one coming in, I think, April to Australian cinemas that's a Korean-American production.
Yeah.
And I think we did it for Trailer Park towards the end of last year, but it does actually have its release date coming in the next month or two. I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
That's what I was waiting for.
No. I'll be able to find it off air, but it's one that I'm going to see release date. Looks fantastic.
Okay,
absolutely.
Excellent. We'll have to keep that one on the list.
So
hold on a minute. We've got Danger Man. Haven't seen any of these films, but the score to Tenet was immense. First time I've heard a score with quintuplets in the theme. You're right. I wouldn't have picked that out unless you mentioned it, but I understand what you mean. Killtoy says Sonic was the shit. Give that bitch all the awards. Sonic was great. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That, yeah.
Now, unfortunately, it looks like the article ends here, and then you've got a link to another article that then links you to each individual section.
Categories or the collective?
Yeah, all categories.
Let's have a quick look-see.
And then you have to click on each one by one.
Oh, anyway.
I know. What a wank.
Yeah, total wank. Yeah. Anyway.
No. I've opened up Best Picture, which I am curious about. Okay,
yep.
So I'm going to have a look at Best Picture. Okay, so these are, again, not the actual nominees, the predicted nominees, okay?
Yep.
Now, I'm going to run through these. We have The Trial of the Chicago 7.
So would Best Picture be overall Best Film?
Yeah,
like
that's what
everything involved.
Best film.
Yeah,
Best
all
film.
right. Let's discuss that for sure.
So The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Yeah, you've seen that.
No, I haven't. But Sacha Baron Cohen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Netflix production.
Yeah, didn't you see that?
No.
Oh, we talked about it. I thought you did see that.
We reviewed it for Trailer Park, of course.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah.
But a Netflix film potentially being nominated for Best Picture with Sacha Baron Cohen as the lead and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
There's a lot of Netflix films on here. And I know like last year when we had Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, what was that called? The Irishman.
Yeah.
How they were all like there was the kind of the conflict between are Netflix and Amazon films should they count it with the Oscars and these big award shows because they're direct to streaming. We're way past films going direct to DVD being shit. These films are like produced equal, if not better, than a lot of Hollywood theatrical released films. If they could all come to cinemas, they would. Right now, they can't, so they're going to Netflix. And they're being produced by Netflix.
Look at the films we went to theaters and saw at the back end of last year.
Yeah,
almost every fucking Netflix production from the back end of last year had bigger budgets than those films.
Yep,
full stop. Okay, don't fucking whinge anymore. A Netflix film is a film.
Yep, done. Yep.
Done. Argument over. Amazon film is a film. Done. Simple as that. Before I jump into the second one here, Minari. That's the Korean film coming to theaters.
Minari.
Next week. Yeah, the number 3 here on the list here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. A24.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. This is familiar. We did talk about this.
We talked about this in Trailer Park.
That's right. They moved to America. Stephen Yeun.
What part of America is that?
I don't remember. Oh, that's right. Because I said, what did I say? Well, it's Arkansas.
It's Arkansas.
I had no idea. I'd never read the word before.
No, I know exactly.
I set you up
to read it, and I was like, as soon as you said it. But yes,
anyway,
Minari. It is nominated. Well, potentially could be nominated for Best Picture of the Year. That could be 2 years in a row. A Korean film is nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say that in the next little while. I'll be down to check that one out.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we missed out on Parasite, didn't we? We were like, it's a Korean film.
Don't even bring it up, man.
I know.
Like the fact that we missed out 6 months before the hype. You know? That really pissed me off. But anyway, so that one potentially could be nominated, and that's incredible for Korean film.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Nomad Land, one we reviewed for Trailer Park towards the end of last year with Frances McDormand in the lead role of being a nomad across the country. Apparently it's great.
Yeah, seemingly look like it's filmed like...
It looks like it's filmed as a documentary, but she's fictionalizing the main character in that documentary. Everything else is real. Everybody else in that movie is credited as the real person that they are.
That's right, yeah. So
she's playing a fictional... Yeah, so I'm curious about that one. One Night in Miami.
We reviewed all of these in Trailer Park.
Exactly, that's right. That was the one where there's one night in Miami where I think Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Malcolm X, and Sam Cooke all get together for a drink one night, and they're like four of the most influential black, people from history of the 60s.
And they talk, basically.
Exactly, so fair enough.
Yeah, for sure. And that's Amazon Studios right there.
Now, this one, Promising Young Woman. Now, I've seen this. I went to the cinemas last month to see this, and there isn't a YouTube review of it because now time's passed too far and we're only just getting back into it, so I can't remember most of it. But I remember walking out going, fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
It didn't blow me away. It's a good film.
Yep.
It's well performed, but it doesn't have what you think you're going to get,
So is that would work to its benefit?
To a degree.
Okay.
To a degree, but there is a bit of a letdown there and a bit of a lull in the middle, and then it kind of picks up really hard, and then it has a very, very strange 10-minute period where you're like, nah.
Yeah, okay.
No. And then the movie ends and you're like, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it's strange. It was good. I'd watch it again to be able to dissect it a bit more, but I can see why it might get nominated, but I can't see how it could win.
Okay,
that kind of thing.
Rightio. We're going up against the next one, which we've also reviewed in Trailer Park, News of the World, which is another one that I haven't heard of since we did it.
No, well, as far as I'm aware, this one, which one was Greyhound that went straight to Apple Plus, wasn't it?
And that was on one of the earlier lists for best visual effects, but of course it's not winning it because nobody saw that movie. Nobody knows what the visual effects are like.
Exactly, that's right, because nobody's got Apple Plus.
That's right.
I do.
You're the one person.
I watched Ted Lasso.
That's right.
I still think it's the greatest TV show of last year.
And you're not the only person who thinks that, apparently, too. Yeah.
It's amazing.
I know you've said so,
just that first episode hooks you in, and then you're like, okay, so they had a great pilot. The rest of the season will be Gets better, man. I told you, it took 3 episodes for the comedy series starring Jason Sudeikis to make me cry.
Yeah. Doesn't take much.
It's fuck you.
Had to throw it. See? Anyway,
Yeah. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, another one starring, what's his name? Lakeith Stanfield.
Yep.
And Daniel Kaluuya.
Who you know from Get Out.
Exactly.
And Black Panther. Yes. He's done a lot of great things. Jesse Plemons as well.
No, and I remember, again, Trailer Park, and this looked fantastic, so that makes complete sense as well, of course. This one surprises me a little bit. I feel like, now I don't want to be that guy, but this was Chadwick Boseman's last role.
Yeah.
And do you think there's some sentimentality behind this potentially being up there in award season?
I've seen so many films come out that have his name attached to them of things that he did before he passed away, of course, and everybody just basically praising it right up its asshole. And I'm sitting there thinking, would it have received the same praise if he didn't pass away of such tragic circumstances or just at all?
It's shitty even saying that.
I know, I'm not taking anything away from Chadwick Boseman's career as an actor, for sure. No. He made the most of it for the time that he spent on this earth.
Yeah, oh, God, yeah.
But, like...
He fucking crushed it. But, I completely agree with you, man, because, for example, the little poster that they have here is just him on the poster.
Yeah.
All leading up to this film coming out on Netflix, he was not the only person on the poster. It's called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and it's about a woman.
That's right. It's about Ma Rainey. He's a jazz musician. This film is basically Soul, but he doesn't die in the movie. Soul, spoilers for Soul.
Dude!
Yeah. Watch the trailer.
Exactly. Now, this one intrigues me. It comes out in only 2 weeks for us here in Australia, man, and it's one that we reviewed for Trailer Park as well.
We did.
Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman, my apologies.
And Imogen Poots.
Yes, exactly. The Father. This movie looks fantastic. This looks like a psychological thriller drama. I don't really remember this one. I know we did talk about it, but I don't really remember too much about it. No, but very brief premise is Anthony Hopkins, obviously aging father in that, and he gets told you've got dementia, you keep forgetting things and stuff. So his daughter Olivia Colman's like, "Come on, we've got to take care of you. Here's a nurse that's going to live with you," and he's like, "I'm not sick, I'm not forgetting things and stuff. Like she's doing stuff to me," and they're all like, "Oh, you're crazy old dementia bastard." But then it's like, "Oh, maybe it is happening," and he's not got dementia and gone crazy.
You've reminded me.
And it looks fantastic.
Right.
And,
yes, of course.
When you've got Olivia Colman and Anthony Hopkins, 2 Oscar winners as the 2 leads, you're in for a good fucking time, and it's going to happen. But yes, coming to cinemas in the next 2 weeks here in Australia, so I'm going straight to watch that one.
Yeah, it definitely looks very good. Anyway, last joke of the day, I think. I don't play soccer for fun. I'm just doing it for kicks.
Fair enough.
Yes, very good.
Yes. Speaking of Lee Winnell, an invisible man had kids. They were nothing to look at. Tracked him with the last one.
Yeah. Anyway, what have you watched? Have you watched anything?
What did I watch recently? What did you watch, Dylan?
I have not watched anything.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Genuinely, I haven't sat down and watched anything.
I was going to say...
I rewatched Infinity War. That's about it.
I watched... The Best of Me. Nicholas Sparks film from, I don't know, 5 years ago with James Marsden.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, right. Simple as that, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Very notebookish. Had a lovely twist at the end.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no. Wrapped it a nice little bow.
Very good.
Yeah,
anyway,
well,
that's been our show, ladies and gentlemen, for the day.
Right.
Having a quick look at chat here for a second. Elle, welcome in. You've joined us right at the very end, so having a lurk anyway, so it's fine.
Exactly. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. But, we're wrapping it up. We've had a great episode. We've been going for a while now, a little bit longer than I anticipated for this episode.
That's fine.
But definitely leave your comments down below on YouTube, all those pages, Facebook, contact us via Twitter, whatever it is. What is your most anticipated film or TV show of 2021?
Absolutely.
I'm still kind of deciding on what I want to do with that because there's a lot of things that are coming, but nothing really stands out to me.
I was waiting for a break in the conversation, but it never happened. But I was just going to say my most anticipated TV series of 2021, Dexter, but I'm like, But then also You, Season 3 on Netflix.
That's right. I just smacked my mic again. But Danger Man has just reminded me, one talk topic of today, Mortal Kombat film being produced by James Wan. It's set to come out like...
April 20th, April 25th, something thereabouts.
It's now February.
Pushing the end.
Yeah.
March, April.
Yeah. Where's this movie at?
Where's the trailer?
Where's the trailer? Is this movie just a big prank?
There is nothing about it.
Nope.
There is nothing about it. We've got cast. We know that it's Mortal Kombat. We know that James Wan's attached. That's it.
And I do know that it is actually filming because in my profession...
No. It has to be done.
What I mean by this is that in my profession, I worked with a guy who spoke with a customer who he asked, what do you do for work? And he said... I'm a stuntman on Mortal Kombat. He lives in South Australia, it exists.
Oh my god! And he was getting insurance. That's fantastic.
That's right. Yeah. So, Mortal Kombat, it's coming.
No. But
where is it?
Apparently, we're 2 months away from it, and where is anything about it? Where is the promotion?
That's right. Before this podcast, I looked up, Mortal Kombat to see if I could find if there's been updated news about it that I wasn't aware of. But I couldn't find anything. It hasn't said that it's been pushed back. It hasn't said there's been delays. It just says coming out in April.
No, exactly. I believe it was pushed back a little bit from it was originally scheduled for the end of last year. But at the same time, though, okay, you've rescheduled to April. We're now in February, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
So is this going to drop just like...
Maybe Danger Man's right. It's just a re-release of the original.
You know what? I would go to the movies to see that.
Of course you would, absolutely.
I certainly would, Free Guy.
I was going to say, exactly, yes.
Free Guy
Captain Kiltor, no
absolutely
doubt.
Looks good.
And Dexter, Danger Man, they're rebooting Dexter for a 8th season.
Yeah.
Why?
We've talked about this. Oh, we've got a redemption there. Can you see the redemption?
Oh... Yeah, exactly. Smack some of those in chat. Yeah,
for sure. Anyway, Danger Man, the new Saw film. So that was our topic of discussion at the top of the episode. We were talking about Spiral.
Yes,
and we're very much looking forward to that. But still, we haven't seen any other trailers since the initial one dropped. So
that's the fucked up thing about this year's releases and stuff like that. We've seen all of these original trailers that came out with the anticipation of March 2020.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place 2.
Oh, right. Of course. I forget about that movie. I saw the trailer for it 1 billion times last year.
That was due out March last year.
23rd of March last year because that guy was like, huh?
Yeah. Yes. What was it we were seeing?
No, you saw it by yourself,
I think I saw Guns Akimbo. Yeah, and they played the trailer saying coming March 20, and I was watching a movie in June, and he's like, ha! And I'm like, it's funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's still not due out now until September this year. Yeah. But we've only had the one trailer because what do you do?
That's right.
They released it in prep.
Yeah. I mean, I just had a thought. Maybe they've spent all their marketing budget and that's it. But they haven't for Mortal Kombat because they haven't had any marketing.
Because Quiet Place Part 2 got pulled 2 weeks before it was supposed to come out.
Yeah, that's right.
And they were pumping that hard.
Yeah,
and they were still playing trailers all the way through June. No, you're completely right. Maybe they just gave up with the marketing and then they'll just go a week beforehand. They're just like, it's coming out.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
We'll see what's happening there. But we're very much looking forward to whatever Mortal Kombat is on the way. It's got to be good, right? It's got to be. It's James Wan. It's got
exactly.
To be,
He's attached himself to it.
Yeah.
He's never attached himself to a shitty property.
That's right. So it's got to be good. But,
Yeah, exactly. But also filmed in Adelaide.
Woo, woo. Yeah, go us. Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Thank you for hanging out with us this evening for another episode of Two's Company, Three's a Podcast, also known as 2C3 Pod.
Absolutely.
Certainly
make sure to support us on all the social medias, 2C3 Pod, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter's there.
Twitter is there just because if in one day this blows up and we need to keep it, I've kept the handle.
Absolutely,
but yeah, you can certainly find us on all of your favourite podcast platforms if we are changing things up a little bit this end of episode. You can certainly find us over on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course, YouTube, twitch.tv/2C3pod live.
It's been the shtick since episode 14. Don't ruin it now. No, and make sure to head on over to TeePublic and Redbubble. That's we do have merchandise over there, fresh merchandise always dropping out there, and any kind of money that comes from that or PayPal or Patreon
of course,
all come straight back into the show for us and for you. Exactly. But we're talking privately with our patrons in the episode that we recorded before this, and we just wanted to let people know that we both still have full-time jobs, and neither of us have walked away from this with $1 of profit.
Nope.
This is a hobby that we do out of love for you guys. So anything that comes into this just goes straight back into it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for your continued support. But you mentioned Patreon?
That's right, of course. We do have some lovely Patrons over there, which we'd love to have a quick shout out to. If you've got the list there, you don't have the list? All right, so I'll do them.
I keep forgetting that we're still doing an episode because I was just we're just going to talk shit. Sweet. Done.
Oh, so you wrap it up.
I don't have the structure there with me.
Okay, anyway, we've got our bloody heroes. Alice Reddit, thank you for your continued support. And then our bloody legends over there on Patreon. Courtney Harris, One Day, Mother Duck Beth, Dodgy Blade. Thank you for your support, your continuing support. We greatly appreciate that. We do have a ton of more Patreon exclusive content coming your way very soon. But not only that, we also have exclusive content coming straight to YouTube as well moving forward.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't there also patrons, one being L, and then there was Killtoy one of them as well?
No.
No? I thought okay. All right, we'll mention that off.
I checked the list before we went live.
Okay, no, that's fine. I haven't checked since the end of last year, so still love everybody though, right? But anyway,
yes. But you can.
But the most important thing about Patreon, and we always tell our patrons this, is you're in control of what we put on there.
Yeah.
We'll come at you with different things coming at you 1, 2, 3, 4, and that, and you say, I want more of that. Okay, we'll give you more of that. I want some of that. Hey, try this. Do that.
Yeah, that's right. Let us know, because we've done content there at all, and we haven't really heard of any feedback whether anybody enjoys it or not. But people are still paying for it, which is kind of okay, cool.
No, exactly. You're helping us out 100%. But yeah, no, everything there. There's all different variety of content through there. If you listen back through the catalog, find something you like and tell us to do that, or just tell us a movie or a TV show and say, watch that and tell me about it.
That's right, of course. But if you do want to contact us directly as well, you can certainly hit us up. And also for little donations, if you do want to support us that way, links are down below on Twitch, of course. But there is Two's Company, Three's a Podcast at gmail.com. But to turn things back on its head a little bit, new podcast episodes releasing. If you're listening to this, it's every Thursday morning, 2 a.m. Unless you get here early and you're with us live on twitch.tv/2C3pod live.
And even if you are with us here live, please make sure to head to your favorite podcast platform and download it again for us, because you're a fucking legend and we love you, okay?
That's right.
Most importantly, Apple Podcasts, head on over there, 5 stars, write something. You need to write something in that little gap to make it count. So please do that and tell us your favorite color.
That's right.
Just do that. Doesn't matter what it is. We don't need to hear whether we're good or bad. Just tell us a random fact and give us 5 stars.
For sure, absolutely. Now you can also find our DCTR. I said that wrong. DTCR does the cinema over on YouTube every week moving forward. Most likely, if we get to the cinemas, of course, we'll be reviewing what we see. But you can also certainly find myself on Twitch, twitch.tv/Dylan2C3pod if you want some casual and rage-inducing FPS action and also horror games right now. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you follow this channel. My name is Dylan, and as always, with my co-host,
Mitchell. And do not forget, we are Two's Company, and you are the podcast.